Hello, testing, testing. Okay, there we go. Um, so quick thing before the video starts, we recently hit 500 subscribers on the non-VGM music channel. That guy Mike, the one that did the Modern Love Sega Genesis cover. Yeah, that one. We recently hit 500 subscribers on that channel. And as I said, when I hit 500 subscribers on any of the channels, I would be doing a Q&A on that channel. So, I'm not sure if I'll put a link to the video in the description, but you can find a link to the non-VGM channel within the About section of this channel, and vice versa for the non-VGM channel. Anyway, that's it, and on with the video. So, I recently made a Twitter thread, talking about a situation that's been being discussed a lot within the gaming community, and you've probably seen the topics I'm going to cover within the title of this video, assuming I've titled it how I think I'm going to. But anyway, something recently occurred to me with this whole Dave the Diver, the Game Awards, and what is an indie game conversation. And I suddenly remembered something from a previous Game Awards, which also caused a lot of controversy. And so I wanted to kind of talk about what I feel is a broader, bigger, emerging, I feel, problem with the Game Awards that doesn't just extend to Dave the Diver when it comes to clear definitions of certain categories within the Game Awards. And I'm just gonna try my best to read the thread as I posted it on my Twitter account. So, let's talk a bit more about the Game Awards, the Dave the Diver controversy, and this whole debate over broad definitions. Because I just remembered something from a previous Game Awards that I don't think a lot of people are bringing up in this conversation. Let me scroll down. Remember how a few years ago, heck it might have even been last year, I don't know, how Sifu was put in the best fighting game category, and now this year Jeff is saying Dave the Diver was nominated by a panel of judges from media outlets? It really seems to me that we have a bit of a problem here with the exact definitions of certain genres within this panel, and I don't think that broad definition stuff flies. Sifu is clearly not a fighting game. Several YouTubers, including Maximilian Dude, went in depth on that. Do you do fighting in Sifu? Yes, but that doesn't make it a fighting game. That'd be like saying Final Fantasy or The Legend of Zelda or a Call of Duty game are fighting games simply because you're opposing someone in those games and they have action-y combat. In the same way as Sifu is not a fighting game, it is fair for people to say that Dave the Diver is not an indie game given Nexon's development. This broad definition stuff doesn't fly simply because it can lead to the bending of definitions that were previously thought to be pretty well defined among the gaming fandom. And when you bend definitions willy-nilly, do you know what it does? It makes things harder to clearly define. It makes existing established definitions meaningless the more the definition is bent. And look, I may be indifferent to Dave the Diver and not really willing to get too involved in this debate. But I realize with the Sifu debacle from a year or more ago that this is a bigger issue with the Game Awards than just this year with Dave the Diver. We need clear definitions going forward with the Game Awards so that we don't keep getting categories mislabeled. Think about it. If we're bending definitions to whatever suits our personal tastes, what is the point of categories in the Game Awards or the Game Awards at all? You see what I mean? People already have issues with the existence of the Game Awards to begin with. And if you want to convince them that it has a place in gaming coverage, you need to rein this broad definition stuff in. And that's without even going into detail about whether this is harmful to struggling indie devs, which is a whole other debate that you can find on Good Vibes Gaming. I find they did a great video about that. Sorry, I'm stumbling over myself. What I see very little people talking about is the logistical issue of these bent broad definitions as I have just highlighted. So my point is, this really can't continue, as it undermines the very existence of the Game Awards to begin with. That's just my little short ramble so far on this issue that just occurred to me. I might go in more definition. I may go into more detail about it later on in a future video, but I thought this was a good thread enough, and I thought this made sense, so I thought I'd get my video blah. Wow, I'm really stumbling over my words. I thought I'd get these thoughts into a video to see what other people think. So leave a comment down below. Take care, and that's all.